I'm back again, bringing you more Gaming Wolf plays Final Doom, TNT, Evilution, version 1.9 plus the modifier thingy. Let us resume a great journey of modding and adventure and violence. Indeed. It's the hangar with an E and not an A. Although, I really like calling this the locker room because of all the lockers. Everything going up, releasing its frat boy scent. It smells like jock straps and towels. Fresh, but loaded with cologne. From Germany, of course. Why else would you call it cologne? Next they'll be telling me they make Bologna. Well, they don't. Sorry. This is a very claustrophobic level. Took some time trying to remember where some of these things are because some of the triggers for having certain lifts happen. Kinda just gotta be in the know. You gotta be in the know. This is a good track, right? Okay, so this part right here, when you're walking down the stairs, the whole, gallery is going to open. Close it back immediately. There's chain gunners out there. We don't want to deal with them. Anytime that opens, just close it. No stalkers allowed. That's what I say. Just because there's a game called Stalker, doesn't mean we're going to have stalkers from fucking Chernobyl and Pompeii's. When we finally do go out there, we're going to take that blur sphere with us. I think. It's been a while, okay? Just, if I'm going by a different strategy than what I actually did, that's coincidental. It's going to happen. I could just be completely wrong about my own strategy, or I could just know after the fact and be like, well, what I should have done is this. Consider the following. The cackle demons in close quarters. To hell! Yeah. Every Doom mod thus far is going to be me fighting the icon of sin in some fashion. It's going to be stupid. Got another backpack. That's good. At least early on. Well, I still don't have that many rockets. Just going to add them up one by one. One by one, they shall fall. Crush 40. Was it Crush 21? I don't know. Guys, I cannot tell you how much psych I have for Kirby game. I'm told the new Sonic game will be an open world like game too. I'm curious about that, but I don't know if I want Sonic to be like that. If I wanted that, I would just play the Knuckles missions in Sonic Adventure. So, yeah. If they just do it where it's just like Knuckles doing all those things in an open world, that would actually work out very well. But having Sonic do an open world is like, I mean, you're already trying to run everywhere, and then you want me to stop and see everything? I mean, yes, you can do that. I'm just saying, considering how people view Sonic now, as opposed to understanding it's supposed to be a platformer, I'm not sure how well that would work out for you. Oh well. And then realizing I might actually want to play Pokemon Arceus, of all things. That's not that weird, it's just I'm going to fall into like a Skyrim trap. I don't know if I want to do that. With the new Kirby game, it at least reminds me more of it being like 3D world. Two Barons! One shall fall. Both of them shall fall. When you grab the Soul Sphere, then the Revenants will come say howdy and bone you in the face. Thank you, Mr. Skeleton. Thank you very much. There are some, besides the skyboxes and the music, I think there are some new textures. I don't know if I can point them out. They kind of run together. Of course, the ones that'll say TNT on them, obviously, but that's just putting your watermark on. Ah! Come, Mr. Skeleton. Tally my banana. Do my banana next, Mr. Skeleton, please. You know, the way he walks and stuff, it just makes me think of the, even though it's less powerful, that guy in Heretic that throws axes. They have similar vibes, I think. Same energy. Being skeletal and all that, and throwing stuff. Ah, that's too many chain guns for my virgin eyes. Virgin Mobile. Alright. This little area is a bit funky, and I'm not talking about funky mode. I mean, all those things will go down, but you have to stand on certain parts to make them go down. So if you're doing ammo collection, you're going to be in for a wild-ass time. What wild and crazy bullets? Do, 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 do. I don't even know if that's... Does anyone know if, like, Viacom copyrights the soundtrack of Wild and Crazy Kids, or if anyone ever bothered to look it up? I feel like there's something to be said of someone going after the obscure stuff. I don't even think that's obscure, I just think people forgot. More forgotten than obscure. Kind of like how I feel Lemmings is right now. Lemmings is not obscure. I mean, nowadays it might seem like it, but no, Lemmings used to be kind of all over the place. And in a way, it still can be. It's just not now. Not now, man, we've had enough! Yeah. I kind of feel bad not doing Lemmings content, honestly. But that's just how it's gonna be right now. I think while I could do good commentary of Lemmings, that's fine, actually. But the solutions to Lemmings, the way they crystallize it, like most puzzle games, is that there's usually just one solution, and then you're done. You know, so the gameplay won't look different for anyone else, but then me trying to explain it, well, that just depends. So that's kind of why I've obligated myself not to do that right now. Except for when it comes to execution. But that's being written out because people gotta use their source ports and gotta change the nature of the fucking game with it. That's why I don't like GZ Doom. It changes way too much about how Doom is actually supposed to work. If you want a good Doom source port, I would recommend PR Boom Plus. Like, for real, if you're serious. Although you can do crazy stuff like GZ Doom if you're actually trying to play a completely newish mod that doesn't. But if you're trying to do vanilla Doom content, I would suggest PR Boom Plus, just because it has the limit removers, so you don't have to worry about like sprite limits or map sizes. So that tends to be alright. But if you're going to do something like GZ Doom, go all the way and find the craziest graphics total perversion you can. Change the gameplay forever, but yeah, I'd be careful with that. I just don't do that. Not anymore. I mean, sometimes, but only for testing, really. It's really so I can test the secrets. That's why I'm doing GZ Doom. Like, I'm just testing because it'll tell me when I've hit the secret, so that's the only reason I use GZ Doom now, besides testing some various mods that I see around the webs. Mostly the ModDB and the Z Doom forums, which are now just GZ Dooms. I don't understand that. Because, you know, Z Doom by itself was quite respectable. I guess we'll always have Paris. Or a Xandronum, but that's more like multiplayer fun stuff. That's like the TF2 or Gary's mod of Doom is playing Xandronum. We just kind of do whatever. And I mean, that's okay, but I had enough. Although it would be great to do co-op with that, so I don't know, maybe. I do know how to host a Doom server or whatever, by the way, if you're wondering. I've hosted a TF2 server a long time ago, too, so if you need, like, help actually running, you know, game servers, I can help. I mean, it's really just a matter of internet resources. It's not too big a deal. Maybe if I run like a tournament or something. I don't know. There has to be an incentive. Oh, these chain gunners, chain gun me late in the face, and with the toxic barrel and the goop and the armor and the whoa! Hey, lady! I really got off track. It's okay. As long as I don't repeat my ramblings, I'll allow it. Although, odds are good, in about 10 years, I'll start retreading the same topics. Feel free to slap me if you figure that one out. Because I won't. I'll never remember. Just like all those times I try to talk to people who I've only seen for one day in my entire life. I still remember you, person number 145. It was an interesting day. I think I got your number, then you got mine, and then, like, I completely forgot to talk to you. It wasn't even a ghosting. I just completely forgot. I swear to God, I didn't mean to. But, you know, lesson learned. Don't randomly forget people. You never know. Wouldn't be the first time either. There's a lot of people I've forgotten exist. And they're like, well, I miss you so much, man. I'm just like, that's my whole life. My whole life is a lot of people who wonder where the fuck I went. It's sad, but it's extremely true. And that was kind of, a lot of that was before social media, but now with social media, now it's like, I have to know what happened. And it's like, no, we're still just as antisocial as ever. Not even antisocial, just asocial, because it's like, I'm too focused in my work. I'm sorry. I've decided life is worth living if I'm doing as much as I can. And I realize that means I don't hang out with people too often, but yeah, that just happens. It's not as if I'm not a fan of recreation, I am. But now it just tends to be like a more passive sense. When I want to do something more involved, recreationalized, then it feels more like work, but that's okay. Video games break the mold between recreation and productivity, don't they? That's the true majesty of the medium, really. That and skills that can be involved, as well as the narrative. That's a whole other thing that other YouTube channels can go into more than me. Or like people who break the code and all that stuff. Hanger! Did you enjoy this level, by the way? I did. It was okay. It's really only somewhere in the middle that things are going to get really strange and stuff, but yeah, I think we did alright today. You got yourself hanged. I got the hangman. You bring the hang stand.